send you the link later, Barbara. All right, there we go.
So is the sunshine bothering you guys?
No.
Okay.
Really?
The picture, the windows behind me.
All right, so we can start.
Let's go ahead.
If anybody else can pop on, they can pop on.
And if they come on, if they come, then they come.
Yeah, if they come, they can hop right on, and we'll be going, and it's fine.
Okay.
We're gonna start lying on our back. We're not gonna stand up and down. That's why I'm a little closer than I usually am, because we're not really gonna stand up. If you're in a chair and you're gonna sit in a chair the whole time, that's fine. If you're gonna stay on your mat, we'll either be seated or on our backs, so it should be good. All right. So we're gonna start lying on our back, or you can sit up like I'm sitting, or you can sit in a chair, right? But what I want you to do is take a minute or so just to close your eyes. Let yourself rise. So you can be here. You can extend your legs. Like I said, if you're sitting in a chair or you want to sit up an easy sit, that's all good too. Find your spot. I'm sitting up just so I can talk to you guys. Right, but close your eyes and just take a few moments. Get your focus to your breath.
Okay. Sandra's on. Sandra, she said that you can either sit and stay in a chair or you can sit on the ground.
Sit on the chair, you can sit on the ground, or you can lie down right now, whatever's comfortable to you.
I'm on carpet. I think I can get down and up with one knee. There we go. Okay.
Perfect. But I just want everybody to take these first few moments, just get your focus to your breath. That's the most important thing you can do in yoga. Start to focus on your breath. Okay? It will draw you just to full focus on your practice. So all those other thoughts going around in your head can kind of fade to the background. It can bring you to full presence on your mat. And this is really important right now, right? We're all anxious about the future. Nobody knows it's going to happen tomorrow, much less next week, right? But when you bring your focus to your breath, and your breath is all you're thinking about, all that can fade to the background just for this time, right? And you find yourself just present to what you're doing right now. That's what's important. So take a few more breaths here. And then when you're ready, you're going to start to control your breath. So now just breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Let your breaths become just longer, slower, and deeper. So as you inhale, you're pulling that breath all the way down into your belly. And as you exhale, you're pushing it all the way out. So in that way, we can move just with one breath, one movement. That's going to be our goal here. When you're ready, let your eyes drift open. All right, and we're going to start to move. So we're going to do a little flow here, right? Usually it's on the back, but I'm going to adjust it so that we're all sitting up here. I'm just going to turn to the side so you guys can see what's going on with my body. You don't have to move. Wherever you're facing is fine, right? So we're right here now. Now, all you're going to do is first, just lean back. Bring your forearms to the ground, right? So you're here. Then from here, you're going to kick one foot up to the sky and then take it back down. Then kick the other foot up to the sky. Take it back down. Once both feet are back to the ground, let your knees drop over to the right, looking to the left. Then pick your feet up. Now drop your knees to the left, look to the right. Pick your feet up here, and then from here, you press into your palms, push yourself all the way back up, extend your legs. Take your hands up to the sky, and then take a fold here. It doesn't have to be super deep. If you don't reach your feet, it's okay, right? If your hands are on your knees or your shins or your ankles, that's all good. And then as you inhale, now you're gonna peel it back up, bring your shoulders over your hips. And then from here, as you exhale, you're gonna come back just where we were, right? Take your palms by your hips, lean back, come to your forearms, bend into your knees, put your feet on the ground. All right, so we're gonna do that little opening flow just a couple times, just to get ourselves moving. All right, so you're gonna take your right leg, kick it up to the sky, take it back down. Take your left leg, bring it back down. And then from here, you're gonna let your knees fall over to the right. Pick them back up. Let your knees go to the left. Pick them back up. And then from here, you're gonna push into your palms, bring yourself up, extend your legs, sweep your hands up to the sky, take that fold here. Maybe you're going a little bit deeper this time, maybe not. Just depends on your body. Slowly peel it back up. So we're gonna go through that one more time. So take your hands, bring them back to your hips, and then lean back to come to your forearms. Bend into your knees so your feet are on the ground. This is making our back do a little bit of work, so we're waking up the back, all right? Kick your right foot up to the sky, bend into your right knee, place your foot back down. Take your left leg, kick it up to the sky. Bend into that left knee, set it back down. Now, let your knees fall to the right, look left, pull it back to center. Let your knees fall to the left, pull it back to center. Press into your palms, bring yourself back up, extend your legs long here, sweep your hands up to the sky, and then take your fold here. And then as you inhale, let yourself peel up, bring your shoulders back over your wrists. All right, now I'm gonna turn around again, so I'm facing you guys again. You can just stay where you are. We're gonna come, if you're sitting on your mat, you're gonna come to easy sit. If you're in a chair, you're just sitting up tall. So we're right here. It doesn't matter which leg is in front. We're gonna do this whole sequence, just like we did the last one. We're gonna do it 3 times through. We'll switch legs in the middle one, just so we make sure we even everything out. All right, so this is called the lotus flow. It's to move our spine in all its different directions, right? Sometimes when we're stuck at home or wherever, right, and we're only sitting in one position, our spine gets stiff and tight. We have to remind it that it can move in all the different directions. All right, so as you inhale here, sweep your hands up to the sky. And then as you exhale, you're gonna drop your right hand to the mat or to the side of your chair, reach that left hand up and over. So you're bringing your left bicep right over your left ear. Inhale, come back up. As you exhale, go the other way, drop that left hand down by your left hip, reach your right hand up and over. Inhale, come back up to center. As you exhale here, you're gonna twist, so you're gonna drop your right hand back behind you. Take your left hand outside your right knee, look over your right shoulder. As you inhale here, untwist, bring everything back up. And then as you exhale, go the other way, drop that left hand back behind you, take the right hand outside your left knee, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back up, both arms go overhead. Now this time as you exhale, you're gonna sweep your hands back behind you. You can put them on the mat behind your hips if you're sitting down. If you're on a chair, just kind of grip the back of your chair, or if you can put your hands in the seat of your chair, do that, right? Pull your shoulder blades together. Push your chest forward, take your chin and your gaze up. That's just a little back bend here. Then as we inhale, I'm gonna push away with the hands, come back up, sweep your arms up overhead. Turn your palms towards me. And as you exhale, fold forward. Now you're just gonna bring your hands to the mat from your chin. Walk as far forward as you can here without letting your hips come off the seat of your chair or off the mat, right? So some of you maybe can drop down to your elbows. If all you can do is bring your hands just in front of your shins, that's okay. Take one more breath here. And then as we inhale here, we're gonna come back up. Sweep your arms up overhead. Now, as you exhale, drop your hands back down. Now we're gonna switch our legs here. So you're gonna bring your opposite leg in front, right? Whichever leg you didn't have in front, now you bring that upward leg in front. It's to even out the hips, but your body's gonna fight it. That's what I always tell people, right? It's gonna say, hey, I don't want that leg in front. I'm used to have the other one in front. Sometimes while we're going through the flow, you'll subconsciously switch your legs. So try to think about it, right? Make sure you keep that awkward leg in front. If you're sitting in a chair and you have your legs crossed, cross the opposite leg over. Or if you're just doing the arm movements, that's fine too, all right? So from here, as we inhale, we're gonna take our hands up to the sky. We're just doing the exact same flip. Exhale, you're gonna drop your right hand to the right, reach that left hand up and over. Move a little faster now, so we're gonna start to move with our breath. Inhale, bring both hands up. Exhale, drop your left hand, reach that right hand over. Inhale, come back up, bring your hands up overhead. This time as we exhale, we're gonna twist. So you're gonna drop your right hand back behind you, take your left hand outside your right knee, go for your right shoulder. Inhale, untwist, bring everything back up to center. Exhale, go the other way, drop your left hand back behind you, take your right hand outside your left knee, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back up to center. This time as we exhale, sweep your hands back behind you, so you're dropping them by your hips, right? Leaning back into your palms, pulling your shoulder blades together, pushing your chest up, taking your chin, your gaze up towards the ceiling. Inhale, come up tall, sweep your arms up overhead. Turn your palms towards me, and as you exhale, fold here. Bring your hands in front of your shins and walk as far forward as you can without your hips coming up off the mat. If you're in an easy sit like me, you might find that a little bit harder, right? You can't go as deep without your hips coming up. That's okay. Force it.
No.
Here we're going to walk it all back in. All right, and now we're going to do that one more time through. So it's up to you. You can keep your awkward leg in front if you think that leg needs a little more work, or you can switch your legs, take that more comfortable leg back in front. Right, whatever feels good to you. We're doing that one more time through here. So we're going to inhale, take our hands up to the sky. When you exhale, you're going to twist or you're going to side bend to the right. So drop your right hand, reach that left hand up and over. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop your left hand, reach your right hand up and over. Inhale, come back to center. And as we exhale here, we're going to twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back to center. As we exhale here, you're going to sweep your hands back behind you, pull the shoulder blades together, open your chest. Inhale, stand up tall, or sit up tall, take your arms up overhead, turn your palms towards me. And then as we exhale, we're going to fold forward, bring your hands to the mat. Just take a couple breaths here. Try to get as deep into this pose as you have so far. Keep those hips down to the ground. And as we inhale, now we're going to come back up. All right, now from here, we're going to take our legs out. Now, if you're sitting in a chair, right, you're just going to step your legs out as wide as you can. If you're sitting down, like me, you're going to take your legs out super wide as you can get. Right now, while your legs are out wide, you want your knees to be up to the sky and your toes to be up to the sky. Don't want them to fall out to the sides, right? That's going to take away the work that we're trying to do. Bring your shoulders right over your head. You're sitting up nice and tall. Like there's string on top of your head, pulling you up. Now, bring your hands just straight in front of you. All right, now we're going to start to walk it just straight forward, right? So if you're sitting in a chair, take your hands to your legs and just kind of slide them down as you start to lean forward. If you're on the ground, walk your hands as far forward as you can. Hold here, 3 breaths. And then on your next inhale, you're going to slowly walk it back up. All right, so now we're sitting up tall again. Now, from here, you're going to turn your torso toward your right leg. All right, so now your torso is lining up with your right leg. We're going to do the same thing. You're going to walk over your right leg. If you're sitting in a chair, just bring your hands to your thighs and walk your hands down as far as you can. Right? If you're on the mat, just bring your hands on either side of the mat. Start to lay your chest down towards your right thigh. Now, here you want to pay attention to your left hip, right? You don't want your left hip leaning off the mat. You don't want to like this, right? Keep that left hip on the mat, even if it means you can't come down as far. Keep pressing that left hip into the mat or into the chair, but bring your body as much as you can over your right leg. So you're staring at your right knee, like your nose is going to touch the right knee. It won't, but like it could, right? You take 3 breaths here. Now, as we inhale here, we're gonna slowly make our way back up. Bring your hands back to center. Now we're gonna do that going the other way. So just turn your torso towards your left leg. Same thing, your hands are on either side of your left leg. If you're sitting down like I am, if you're in the chair, bring both hands to your left thigh. And then we'll start to bring your torso down over the left thigh, bringing your nose towards your left knee. Now here, you wanna keep that right hip anchored to the mat, right? Don't let it peel up. Keep everything anchored down. And just walk as far forward as you can over that right leg. As we work with the left leg now. I said that wrong. Just realized it. More breaths. All right, and then we're going to slowly bring ourselves back up here. Now, here, I want you to bring your legs straight in front of you. Right? And you're going to bend into your left knee. Put the sole of your left foot against your right inner thigh. So it looks like this, right? If you're sitting in a chair, you're just putting that left foot's on the ground. Extend your right leg long so your heel's on the ground and let that left knee fall open. So like this, kind of, in the chair. If you're sitting down, let that sole, the outside edge of your left foot rest on the mat, right? And again, we're gonna angle ourselves towards the right leg, sit up tall. And then we're just gonna walk first over the right leg. Right, but this time, right, your legs should feel nice and open from that work we just did. See if you can take both hands to the outside of your right leg. And it's okay if you're just grabbing outside your right knee. You can grab outside your right foot, go for it, right? We're just taking that little twist, look back over your right shoulder. So you should feel that right through your low back, right? That little twist. That's what we're going for. I want you to take 3 breaths here. Now, slowly peel up here. Keep your legs where they are, whether you're seated or in the chair, right? Take your hands, switch your hands. So now, you're gonna take your left hand. If you're in a chair, grab the left side of your chair. If you're on the mat, just drop that hand down behind your left hip. Take your right hand up to the sky. So now you're gonna turn towards your left leg, look over your left shoulder, reach your right fingertips over your left shoulder. Just take one more breath here. And then we're gonna unwind, just bring both hands back down to the mat. All right, so we're gonna do those same things going the other way. So again, if you're in the chair, extend your left leg long so that your left heel is resting on the ground. Put your right foot firmly on the ground and let your right knee fall open. If you're here on the mat like me, you're gonna take the sole of your right foot against your left inner thigh and let your right knee fall open. All right, now, first we're gonna angle ourselves towards our left leg like we did when we had our legs wide. Start to walk over that left leg, but then move both hands outside the left leg. Again, it doesn't matter if your hands are here, outside your left thigh, outside your left knee, or if you can get them outside your calf, or all, you can reach all the way down to your left foot. I can't on this side. Here, but you're looking over your left shoulder, so we're getting that little twist. Press right here. And then as you inhale, now we're gonna peel back up. We're gonna switch our hands. So you're gonna take that left hand, bring it all the way around. Sorry, that's not your left hand, that's your right hand. Bring your right hand around behind your right hip. If you're on the mat, you're gonna drop it down to the mat. If you're on the chair, just grip the back of your chair or put your hand on the seat of your chair. Take your left hand up and over. Your left fingertips are gonna reach over your right shoulder, and you're looking over your right shoulder. And then we're gonna untwist here, come back around. All right, now from here, I'm gonna turn sideways again. You guys just stay where you are, right? I'm gonna come into what's called a hook line position. So that just means that I'm sitting, I've got my feet on the ground, and my knees are up to the sky. It should feel like a little bit of work right here, just sitting up, right? If you're in the chair, just put both feet on the ground, sit up tall as you can. Okay. I grab my knees because it's our instinct, right, when we're in this position, to take the work out of the back and grab onto the knees. Now, we're not gonna make ourselves hold up like this. Now, what you're gonna do here, whether you're seated in the chair or on the mat, right, take your hands back behind you. Now, you're gonna pick up your right foot. Actually, I'm gonna turn around here so you guys can see better. I'm gonna pick up my right foot, and I'm gonna put my right foot on top of my left knee. So you're doing the same thing even if you're sitting in the chair, right? You've got the left foot on the ground, you're just putting your right ankle on top of your left knee. Now, if you're sitting down, like I am, right, I'm gonna push my chest towards the right thigh. Start to do the stretch here in your right hip. If you're sitting in the chair, you're literally gonna lean forward, bring your chest towards your right thigh. Now, I can adjust here too with my left foot, right? The closer my left heel comes to my left glute, the more I'm gonna feel this, right? So I can bring that left heel all the way in, push my chest all the way in, and then I'm really getting a stretch in the right hip. If you don't want it to be that deep, the further away you take that left foot, the easier it is. The more you lean back instead of forward, the less sensation you feel. I want you to be somewhere where you're feeling a lot of sensation, enough that you kind of don't want to be here all night long, but not so much that you can't hang out here for a couple breaths, right? That's where we want to be here. So take 3 more breaths. And then come back up. Now, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to switch out. So you're going to take your right foot, put it back down on the ground. I'm turning around just so you guys can see me. You can stay right where you are. Right. Now we're going to do that same thing on the other side. So this time I'm going to pick up my left foot, put my left foot on top of my right knee, and then push myself towards that left thigh. Left shin, really, right? And again, you can adjust with your right foot. The closer your right foot comes in, the more you're going to feel it. The more you push your chest towards your shin, the more you're going to feel it. You can back it off as much as you need to find that edge. For most of us, we have a little bit tighter on this left side because most of us are right side dominant. So you're going to find that your left hip is a little tighter than your right. You might, if you're left side dominant, you might find that you have a little more space on this side. If you have more space, you can take that extra space. Right? But if not, you don't have to go as deep as you did on the other side. You just need to feel the same thing you felt on the other side. Don't force your body into any position it's not ready for. Just take a couple more breaths here. And then from here, you're going to take that left foot, set it back down on the ground. So now, either you're sitting up tall in your chair or you're here in this hook line like I am. Now I'm going to keep my hands back behind me. I can have my hands wherever I want. They can be going out to the sides like they are now. I can put my fingertips towards my glutes, or I can put my fingertips away from my glutes, whatever feels comfortable to you, right? You're leaning back just slightly into your arms. Now, if you're on the chair, what I want you to do is scoot forward until your hips are barely on the edge of the chair. So your hips kind of fall off. It's going to give you more range of motion in your legs, right? Now, if you're here, you're going to move your legs out a little wider apart from each other. So I'm taking mine to the edges of my mat if you don't have a mat, right? Just, or if you're on the chair, just a little bit wider than hip distance. That's where you want them, right? Now we're going to winge the leg here. That means we're going to drop both knees to one side, pull them back up to center, drop them to the other side. So you're just going back and forth, back and forth. And then eventually we're going to come to a stop here. Now, if you're sitting on your mat, you're going to come back around into easy sit, which is where we were before, right? If you're sitting in your chair, just sit tall in your chair with your feet on the ground. So if you're in your chair, bring your feet back to hip width distance. If you're tired of easy sit and you're like, my knees don't like that anymore, this is all about the upper body. You can always extend your legs long and do this part from here, right? What we're going to do is some hip circles. So you're going to bring your hands to your knees, right? Whether you're seated or whether you're seated on the ground, seated in a chair, or whether you have your legs extended or in this easy sit position, right? Now, you're going to press into your knees at first. Let your elbows go out to the sides. Lean forward, right? And then from there, you're going to press into your left knee. Let your left arm straighten, push yourself over to the right. Then you're gonna lean back, your arms are gonna straighten so you're pulling against your kneecaps, right? Then you're gonna push into your right knee, keep your right arm straight, let your left elbow bend, come to the left, and then let that both elbows bend, come back forward. So we're just circling around here. So I just want you to do that a couple times. At your own pace, it's one complete breath for each circle that you make. Eventually, as you're leaning all the way forward next time, pause right there. And then we're gonna switch directions and we're gonna go the other way. So this time I'm gonna press into my right knee, let my right arm straighten as I push to the left, lean back, let my arm straighten, push into my left knee, let my left arm straighten, then both elbows lean forward again. So it's the same thing, just go in the opposite way. Just do a few of these right here. A couple more. And then next time you're leaning all the way forward, come to a pause here, and then we're gonna push ourselves up. All right, now, for our last movement here, we're gonna do just a little simple twist. If you're sitting in a chair, cross your right leg over your left. If you're sitting on the ground like me, you're gonna take your left leg and extend it all the way long. You're gonna put your right foot on the inside of your left thigh, and if that's what works for you, you can stay right there. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can step the right foot to the outside of the left thigh. But again, if that doesn't work for you, you can keep that right foot to the inside of the left thigh, or if you're sitting in the chair, just cross the right leg over the left. We're going to twist to the right. So I'm going to take my right hand, drop it back behind me. Now your left hand, you can either take it and hug around that right knee. If you have the option, you can always hook your left elbow over your right knee. Makes it a little bit more intense, but you don't have to. And you're opening your right shoulder up as much as you can, looking over your right shoulder. Just take 3 breaths here. And then bring it back to center. Now as we come back to center here, you're gonna take that left foot, or that right foot, step it over the left. We're gonna switch it out here. So if you're seated in your chair, just cross your left foot over, your left leg over your right. If you're down on the ground like me, take your right leg, extend it long, bend into your left knee, put your left foot on the ground inside your right thigh. If you wanna step it over, step it over. If you need to keep it to the inside, keep it to the inside. Take that left hand, sweep it around back behind you, and then either you're hugging around your left knee with your right hand, or you're hooking that right elbow over your left knee. Either way, you're opening up that left shoulder and looking over your left shoulder. I always like to finish off whatever practice I do with some sort of twist. It seals off the practice, so it lets your body remember everything it did today. So makes you feel better, so make you feel better later tonight. And next time you come practice yoga, it's all gonna seem a little easier and you'll be able to go everywhere a little bit deeper. All right, now from here, bring it all back to center. Step that left foot back over. And now we're gonna finish off with our final pose, is Shavasana, right? If you're sitting in your chair, what I like to do in Shavasana is, again, scoot my hips to the edge, let my legs extend long, and then lean back until your shoulder blades are hitting the chair, and just let yourself open up like that. If you're here on the mat or on the floor, right, you can lay down on your back, like we did at the beginning. You can extend your legs, you can bend your knees, right, whatever feels good, right? Or you can sit up if you need to. Right? I'm gonna sit up so I can talk to you guys, but I want you to find that nice comfortable place, whether it's lying on your back, whether it's sitting in the chair, whether it's rolling to your side on the ground or sitting up like I am, right? Just find that place where you can go, where you're gonna be able to stay perfectly still for the next minute or so, where you're gonna be perfectly comfortable, and most importantly, where your mind is gonna be able to go perfectly quiet. You don't have to control your breath here anymore. Let your breath go. Let it do what it wants to do. And that way, right, as you release that control of the breath, your breath can start to guide you. But at the same time, you're keeping that complete focus on the breath. You're still noticing the breath, still observing the breath, and you can start to follow your breath, right? So when you can master that, releasing enough control of your breath that it can guide you, keeping enough focus there that you can follow it, then your breath will take you right to a place where there's nothing left in your mind but you and your breath. And when you get there, that's always going to be the true quiet of the mind. Now slowly, start to come back to your space. Wiggle your fingers, your toes. Allow yourself to feel that increased sensation that comes with a quiet mind. Now from here, if you want to, wherever you are, you can take your arms up overhead, extend your legs long, do a nice full, deep body stretch. And then from there, slowly from wherever you are, make your way back into a nice seated position. And we can close here. All right, so once everybody's seated here, as we inhale, we're gonna sweep our arms up to the sky one more time. As we exhale, we're gonna pull the hands to heart center. Thank you, all of you, for sharing your energy, your practice with me this evening. The light in me honors the light in each of you. Namaste.
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
You'll see and hear me.
All right, see you all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Guys.
Paula, send this to me tomorrow.
Yes, I will. It'll send me a link in an hour or so, and then I'll forward it on to you, and that way you can send it to whoever wants to see it.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right,
Have a good night.
Bye.